Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another YouTube video for What Else is Going On podcast, aka WEIGO podcast. I'm your girl, Taria. So I'm back with another video. This is the video that I wanted to do last night, but I ended up watching the Beverly Hills reunion. Real quick, so what did y'all think? I was annoyed. I felt like Kyle was trying to play cat and mouse, trying to remain the center diamond holder, but not wanting to give up too much information. When uh, Andy read a card where someone sent in a question, basically, Kyle, what's going on with your marriage? Spill it. Why aren't you spilling it? And she said, because it's nobody's effing business. And see, I get the whole she doesn't owe us anything, but you do. You're on a reality show going through a divorce, and you thought Denise owed us something when Brandy mentioned something had happened between them. You thought many of your castmates have owed the truth. Kyle's tagline should be what? Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. So nobody's saying get into the details. There's a way you can tell what's going on without getting into the nitty-gritty details. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was annoyed. Even Kathy being there annoyed me. For what? It wasn't some dramatic reveal. It was to show that you're in a good place. I believe when Kathy basically said Sutton it was a good way for Sutton to get out of not being there because she was coming after her. I believe Kathy was there because during the season, Sutton said, you already lost one sister. Do you want to lose another when they were arguing? I believe Kathy and Kyle were like, nah, we showing up together because at the end of the day, they are sisters, which is why Kyle should not expect any of her friends to get in the middle of them. But anyway, I'm getting ready to go all into Beverly Hills reunion, and I will save that for the review. But y'all, these are some of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about. So, of course, Simon and Porsha all over the internet, right? So a couple of days ago now, we know that Porsha posted and then deleted a story. If you keep telling your lies in caps, I will start speaking my truth, right? She posted it and deleted. I believe that was on, give me one moment. I believe that was on a Friday, I believe. And then on Saturday, Simon posted his day at the golf course, writing, back to what I love doing and keeping me healthy. Health is the real wealth. The photo collage featured him of images outside the golf course. In another post that he made Monday, he said, he did a video and he wrote, team field trip to our new location to show them the progress and our vision for the space. We are so excited for what is to come for our office team and our drivers. So then a person put in the comments, if you don't stop lying, Porsha said she will speak her truth. Others were defending him, saying, if he doesn't stop, what? Should he stay off social media? He has not even mentioned her in any of his posts. Let the man breathe. So there's been kind of, to me, subliminal messages going back and forth. And then one commenter even said they laid up together writing this laughing, basically saying that they're planning all this, right? So all of that was going on. Porsha posted her story. If you keep telling lies, I'm going to tell my truth. Simon is posting about him, I guess, doing another business deal, playing golf. Then let's get on over to what happened recently. So Porsha Williams' ex, Simon Guobadia, sparks dating rumors with fitness model as he calls out Porsha's camp in new posts. Plus, Porsha responds to fan accusing her of faking divorce for RHOA storyline. For a while, it seemed Porsha and Simon might have a relatively peaceful divorce. Excuse me, y'all. However, now it seems the Real Housewives of Atlanta star and her estranged husband might have a bit of drama brewing. You think? Not only is he being accused of dating already, but he has now posted a message to social media where he questions why she's divorcing him. Additionally, Porsha is being accused of faking the divorce for an RHOA storyline, but she's denying fabricating marriage issues for the show. Regarding Simon, the internet thinks he has moved on with a new woman despite being in the midst of a messy divorce from Porsha. The Shade Room posted footage of the soon-to-be four-time divorcee on a yacht next to footage from a fitness model who goes by the name Bodied by Jay. She's very pretty. So you have the two pictures side by side. The reason for the comparison is that it seems like they might be together. In fact, there's a very similar pair of sunglasses in both of their videos. The surroundings are also similar. It is important to note that they currently follow each other on the platform. So I remember seeing the picture side by side and it looking like they were looking at some of the same, like from the yacht. If they looked out, they would be looking at the same buildings and skyline and all of that stuff, and then the sunglasses. Additionally, after Bodied by Jay posted a bikini photo on Instagram earlier this week, Simon both liked the post and commented with a series of fire emojis. We know that these people aren't stupid. If you wanted to keep it private that y'all were together, either you wouldn't post or you would make sure there was absolutely no detail that could lead to the internet piecing that y'all were together. It is one thing if this was 10 years ago, right? We know we have internet sleuths now. So, again, you would probably post nothing if you didn't want people to think you were together. And if you weren't together, but it just so happened you were maybe both on a yacht in the water by these same buildings, you would clear it up. You wouldn't let it go on. And then again, even if they weren't together, right? We know that Simon loves to play on the internet. So if they weren't together, I believe he would clear, meaning together in the same space, not together because we don't know if they're dating or not. But I believe he would get online and he'd be speaking and trying to clear it up because he likes playing online, right? She's definitely beautiful. So it says, this is according to Reality Blurb, despite it seeming like Simon has moved on, it also seems like he might be a bit sad about the divorce. He took to Instagram stories to question why Porsha was divorcing him. In fact, he went as far as to say she didn't arrive at the decision on her own. This post comes after he posted a story that said he'd love her until the divorce became final. Because remember that? He said I love my wife until the divorce becomes final. He then posted, if you are behind Porsha filing for divorce, please step up and own her mental state of mind. Hashtag dumb. And then he has 2 asterisks and then the letter S. Then it was 3 asterisks. If you are behind Porsha filing for divorce, comma, you should own her emotional state of mind. Hashtag didn't arrive here on her own accord. I don't know what the longest hashtag is. I'm just saying, because that's a long hashtag. Didn't arrive here on her own accord. So the first one, it says, if you're behind Porsha filing for divorce, please step up and own her mental state of mind. Second one, and then hashtag dumb, asterisk S. Second one, if you're behind Porsha filing for divorce, you should own her emotional state of mind. It went from her mental state of mind to her emotional state of mind. Meanwhile, Porsha seems unbothered. She recently posted a video of her boarding a plane and promoting her Go Naked hair products in the caption. Now, also, Porsha and Lauren were out somewhere, and it appeared that Lauren was wearing Porsha's wedding rings, because they kind of flashed to it. So again, these people know what they're doing. I'm not saying that they're faking anything, but they know that they're creating buzz and being talked about. What the motives are for the buzz, we don't know. I'll get into this next line before I say what I have to say. Now, a fan said that they felt that Porsha was faking the divorce for the show. And she said, I never, in caps, and I never have, and I never, in caps, will fake a storyline. Anyway, that's what she said. I don't think that she's faking the divorce for a storyline, but I do think she's playing and upping the antics around the divorce to give the people something to talk about, right? So she could have been divorcing it, but then you being out with your sister and your sister having on your wedding bands and the camera catching it, come on. So again, I don't think she's necessarily faking a divorce for the storyline. I do think she's playing up the antics around the divorce to help make the story a little bit more dramatic. I'll just say that. So then, Oh, and then someone else said, you can tell she's hurting. I hope that's what it was. You can tell she's hurting. I hope the whole thing is not for a storyline. And that's when she said, I never have, and I never will fake a storyline, hashtag in real life. So I don't know. Remember after Simon and Fallon divorced, and then it came out, or after they separated or what have you, and it came out that him and Porsha were together. During that same timeline, there were pictures of, I believe, was it a white woman in his car, in the same car that he had? I don't know if it was a Bentley or something like that. And the timelines seem to have crossed him and Porsha. Do y'all remember that? I know I remember seeing a woman in this Bentley. I believe it was a Bentley. It was either a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. And I think she may have had a jean jacket or something, but the timeline seemed to be a crossover to when he was with Porsha. I don't know. Again, I feel like they're just upping the dramatics to give the people something to talk about. I really, really do. But child, wish them both well. I wonder what is going on. Like, Simon is still here in the States. So I wonder what's going on with all that. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to it. Speaking to paying attention to, this isn't something I'm going to get into real deep. I'm not even going to read the article, but y'all remember, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, I talked about Jeannie Mai and Jeezy and their divorce, and how Jeezy said that she picked great divorce lawyers, one of which was Randy Kessler, who worked on Nene's divorce, worked on Porsha's previous divorce, and has been hired for this divorce with Simon. And Jeezy was saying they're great divorce attorneys, Randy Kessler and the other guy. But he was upset because they're contesting the prenup, the same prenup that they gave the okay for Jeannie to sign when they got married. So he felt like it was a conflict. Since then, he has now dropped his petition to have them removed as her lawyers. It's like, to me, it's like a bunch of game playing. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's been dropped, so she can keep them as her lawyers, or she doesn't have to fight for them to be her lawyers. I did think it was interesting, and still do, that these two lawyers basically gave her the okay to sign the prenup because it looked good. And now they're coming back saying that she was basically didn't have enough time to fully go over the prenup, the same two lawyers. Anyway, I just wanted to follow up with that story because I said I would. Let's get into Leah and Andy, baby. Leah McSweeney's attorney alleges more lawsuits are coming amid Andy Cohen legal battle and reacts to housewives defending him. Leah McSweeney's legal team revealed that more lawsuits are coming and more people are going to speak out after the Real Housewives of New York stars sued Andy Cohen and Bravo for allegedly encouraging substance abuse. Her attorney issued a statement reacting to a wave of Bravo stars who recently defended Andy amid the allegations, including Leah's former co-stars Luann de Lesseps and Dorinda Medley. There are more lawsuits coming, and there are more people who are going to speak out, said Leah's attorney Gary Edelman via Us Weekly. It doesn't matter. Do y'all say US? I say Us Weekly because the U is capitalized and the S is lowercase. So that would be us. If it was US Weekly, I would think the U and the S would be capitalized. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So Gary Edelman, her attorney, said more people are going to speak out. He told Us Weekly, it doesn't matter what people say or think, that Andy's a good guy or that you should expect to drink or that you should expect this behavior. What's going to matter is what the law thinks of it. And we believe the law thinks that it is wrong, the lawyer added. On March 7th, Andy issued a letter to Leah's legal team, which was obtained by Page Six, basically warning, you don't want this with us. So I believe, is Bethany funding these suits? I thought I heard that Bethany was funding at least Leah's suit. I'm not sure. So her attorneys are not playing around. They're saying, check this out. More people are coming out. We are going to continue to come out. In Andy's letter, he demanded that the claims of cocaine use be retracted immediately. And Leah's legal team responded in the statement to Us Weekly saying, we do not intend to litigate this matter in the press. So they don't seem to be backing down, and they're letting us know more people are coming out. I said it then. I'm not surprised that housewives came out to speak in his defense. I also wonder if it was asked of some to do that. Because like housewives coming out saying he never asked me doesn't disprove the claims for me, because why would they? Why would it disprove? Of course, people are going to come out and speak on his behalf, especially the Dorindas who want to be unpaused and back on the show. And again, these are housewives that he may not have asked to do. He may not have offered to do cocaine with them. So they're speaking out and they're not lying, but they may not be lying, but it doesn't disprove it to me. So it looks like it's going to get nasty. I wonder if the network, what they're thinking right now. I would love to be a fly on the wall to see what they're thinking about all of this. You know, the Prince of Bravo, and he's coming under all of these allegations. I wonder what they're thinking. Are they scrambling? Are they trying to find room to kind of like push him out? I heard rumors that they were saying that Bravo was trying to push him out and that Kate Chastain would be his replacement, allegedly. I don't know. I can't even remember where I heard that from. I literally just heard it 2 days ago. I should have taken my notes so I could properly credit whoever said that. But I don't know. We shall see, because this is clearly going to be an ongoing thing. Let's get into Miss Karrueche Tran. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. And I love her short haircut. Karrueche Tran defends selling feet pics on OnlyFans after critics accuse her of going broke. It's a smart play. She's putting her best foot forward. Child, the people that write these articles, I know they be having fun. Karrueche Tran spoke out against critics who claim she's going broke after she started an OnlyFans account for her feet. LOL at the comments regarding OF, she wrote in a now deleted tweet on Tuesday. I'm not going broke, just a smart play. The Claws alum, 35, said foot fetishes are the number one fetish in the world, before clarifying that nothing sexual will be on her page. So her post that she posted and then deleted, the full thing said, LOL at all the comments regarding OF, which is OnlyFans. I'm not going broke, just a smart play. Foot fetish is the number one fetish in the world. There's nothing sexual that will be on my page. It's literally my feet. And if people are willing to pay, then what's the problem? In a separate tweet, Tran said she will be donating a percentage of what she makes on OnlyFans to local charities in her hometown in Los Angeles. She said, I have a team that helps with the page, so they'll be able to eat from this as well. She continued, there's a stigma around OF, which again is OnlyFans, but there's literally chefs, musicians, yoga instructors, etc. on there. I will say there is, when you hear OnlyFans, you immediately think of nudity, sexual things of a sexual nature happening. But I remember Dorinda was on OnlyFans. So was Sonia Morgan. There are a lot of other things on OnlyFans besides that, but it seems like that's what it was marketed towards in the beginning, was that. On Tuesday, Tran announced that she had created an account on the subscription service-based platform so people could purchase pictures and videos of her feet. According to her page, people can subscribe for $24.99 monthly or purchase a subscription bundle for 3 or 6 months for $52.48 and $104.96 respectively. Then she has a pair of feet, like the feet emoji, and said, and more feet only, Tran's bio read. Fans questioned if the Bel Air actress was having financial issues due to her new venture. I'm telling you, every time I have gone broke, selling feet did cross my mind. So I don't know who she thinks she's fooling. This is what one of the fans said. No one wakes up one day and decides to sell feet to give it to charity. Bye, tweeted one user. Look, when I go and get pedicures, especially when I used to get French manicures, because I don't get French manicures anymore on my feet, or on my hands, but when I used to get French manicures, I would go to my nail spot and they would say, oh, your toenails are so tiny. And it was a thing. I know, but you can still draw the line, figure it out. Like, they're not non-existent, they're just little. And that's one of the things that annoys me sometimes. Like, I know it's coming when I go to a place, like my toenails are tiny. I know, right? So and people comment on my gap a lot. Like, people say, oh, I like your gap, blah, 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 whatever. So I said I was going to start an OnlyFans called Tiny Toes and Teeth Gaps. I mean, So Karrueche might very well not be broke, but want to make some extra money. Who doesn't in this economy? I might slap my tiny toes with my lemon juice polish on there and my teeth gap. Girl, Karrueche, do your thing. It is a smart play. If you can get paid for it, get paid for it. Moving on. Let's talk about Miss Wendy Williams. So first, let's talk about Wendy and her ex-husband. So according to page 6, with Wendy's husband, I'm sorry, this is according to today. Wendy Williams' ex-husband seeks 2 years of unpaid spousal support. I'm sure y'all have heard about this. It's been talked about for the last day or so. The former TV host has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. Y'all, here we go again. Let me plug up my computer real quick. I meant to plug it up before I started. Hold on. Okay. So Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, is asking for nearly 2 years of unpaid spousal support from his ex-wife following her recent diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, filed the motion in the New Jersey Superior Court on March 12th. In it, his legal team argues Williams owes Hunter nearly 2 years of spousal support she has yet to pay following their 2020 divorce. In the years following Williams and Hunter's split, the former TV host was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, her care team announced in a press release earlier this year. Over the past few years, questions have been raised at times about Wendy's ability to process information, and many have speculated about Wendy's condition, particularly when she began to lose words, act erratically at times, and have difficulty understanding financial transactions. So we know all of that, right? We know that. We know the recent Lifetime documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? They kind of went into all of that. We have seen all of that. We know that Wendy currently has a court-appointed legal guardian who oversees her money and her health, which is interesting because Wendy seems to be steadily deteriorating and was in an apartment with liquor and no food or water. Anyway, in the court filings, Kevin Hunter says he has not received his spousal support payment since January of 2022. This is an emergent matter because I rely on the severance, he called it, severance pay for my living expenses, and having been without this income for 23 months has affected me greatly. Williams' team did not immediately respond to Today.com's request for comment. Much has been made of Williams' money problems, which was featured heavily in the Lifetime documentary. So the court awarded, I was trying to find out where it was, but basically Kevin was awarded the spousal support, like it or not, feeling like it's a come up on Wendy or not, feeling like after he cheated on Wendy, which I do believe she knew about, but then the baby came. And like she said in her first documentary, after she found out about the baby, she was like, I want a divorce. The court ordered spousal support. I think it's interesting that in his court filings, he's calling it severance, sir, it's spousal support. But maybe that makes him feel better saying severance. Anyway, the court awarded it to him. But since her finances were basically locked down by Wells Fargo in 2022, he hasn't gotten it. Which leads me into another story. And then I'm going to get back, tied into him being awarded this money, but not being paid out this money because somebody's over Wendy's money. So then I saw this, on page 6, Wendy Williams facing federal tax lien over $500,000 in unpaid taxes report. Wendy Williams was reportedly facing a federal tax lien over more than $500,000 in unpaid taxes. The longtime talk show host New York City condo, which if you watch the documentary, she said she was selling, which she bought for $4.5 million in 2021, is now under lien per legal docs obtained by the outlet. The government generated lien in January. The government generated the lien in January, and it was recorded with the New York City Department of Finance in early February. Williams reportedly failed to pay her federal taxes, amounting to $568,451.57 in 2019 and 2021. Page Six exclusively reported in March 2023 that Williams was selling off some of her pricey belongings inside the New York City dwelling, which we also saw in the Lifetime documentary. If you watch, she talked about selling off some of her belongings. Reps for the comedian did not immediately respond to Page Six's request for a comment. Now, this is where I tie it into with Kevin. She has a guardian over her finances. What exactly does a guardian do when it comes to their money and paying bills? And I'm asking because if you have court-appointed stuff, again, like it or not, the court awarded Kevin this spousal support / severance pay, right? So I would think if it was court ordered, that whoever was over her money would say, okay, this is something that we need to handle and take care of. So they would pay it with her taxes. Now, I know the taxes are from, I believe they said 2019 and 2021. So for the year 2019, which means she probably would have paid it in 2020. And then for the year 2021, which means she would have paid it in 2022. Do the guardians over the money not go back and look at all of that stuff and make sure taxes are paid, make sure that bills are paid, or are they only paying basically for her to stay somewhere and then their fees? Because I'm pretty sure, because guardianships can go up to like $600 an hour. So I'm pretty sure they're getting paid. So what exactly do they do with her money? And I guess I'm looking at it like if you had an accountant, right? And I know a guardian isn't an accountant, which is why I'm asking. But if you had an accountant, the accountant would look at your bills and pay your monthly bills, pay your taxes, pay all of that. Why doesn't all that stuff get taken care of when someone is under a guardianship? Or does it? And it's just that this particular guardian is not, Sabrina Morrissey is not doing what they're supposed to do. So she has this money sitting in an account. In the meantime, now the condo now has a lien on it. And don't fees just continue to add up? Fees are continuing to add up, penalties and late fees on this amount that she's owed, when if the money is sitting in Wells Fargo, it could just be paid and taken care of. Right? So I don't understand. Do they just pay for her a dwelling place and liquor? Because what else are you doing? And other than their fees getting paid, I don't know. So I just thought it was interesting that, Kevin's come out again, fighting for what he was awarded, because the court awarded it to him, agree or not, because I know how I feel about it, but agree or not, the court awarded it to him. And then now she has this tax lien that's over $500,000 for 2019 and 2021. So does that just sit there and continue to accrue the interest and penalties and late fees until what? Who knows? I don't know, y'all. Prayers again. I know it sounds trite and sounds just like something you say, but truly prayers for Wendy and her family. I just can't even imagine. Imagine working your whole life getting to do what you love, and then it just seeming like it's being taken away from you bit by bit as your memory is slipping away. I just can't even imagine. So again, prayers up to Wendy. Y'all, thank y'all so much for rocking with me this morning. I will be back to talk about Beverly Hills. I'm trying to see if I'm going to just make it just a YouTube review or just upload it for YouTube and the podcast for tomorrow. We shall see. I have some exciting guests coming up in the next couple of weeks that I think you guys will like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, please, and like the video on YouTube, and then head over to wherever you listen to your podcast. Type in what else is going on. I should pop up and subscribe and rate the podcast. Y'all, I love y'all so much. Again, thank you for your support. Have a great day.